There is this gun debate going on in the aftermath of some shootings over the last year or so, 6 months, 8 months, and I I have some concerns on both sides. Nobody seems to be mentioning the Empire State Building shooting. I don't know if you guys remember this happening, but a man went into the Empire State Building and killed a person that he believed to be responsible for the his job loss or loss of his job, getting fired, whatever you want to call it. That part's not relevant. He killed a guy. When he walked out and two police officers saw him holding a gun, they started shooting. The police officers killed 8 innocent bystanders. Well, I'm assuming they're innocent. I mean, they may have just committed a crime. Who knows? Probably not worthy of the death penalty, but they were killed by the police officers. And it just seems ridiculous to me for one side of the debate to say, no, the guns need to be in the hand of government officials. Not after that. I don't know about you guys, and I have utmost respect for law enforcement as a whole, but they're not perfect. Clearly, that instance shows that, and that's not even taking into consideration the recent Los Angeles manhunt. I'm still not quite sure what happened there. The story's changed, so I'm not going to comment too much about that, other than the fact that they seem to be shooting up a lot of civilians, too, for no apparent reason. They thought it was this other guy. Usually it's a good idea to know what you're shooting. I thought it was common sense. It might be my military training. Possibly. I don't know. There's also the little girl in Butte, Montana, who shot and killed 2 intruders. I believe she killed him, reports. Who knows what happened there. That one's also kind of confusing because it also seems to be about illegal immigration, which is that's going to be a different video, my thoughts on that. But good for her for defending herself. Yay you, high five, little girl who did that. I'm proud of you. The issue here with the mass shootings and the gun control debate isn't even really about gun control. It's about mental health issues. These people have severe issues that need to be treated. I'm not quite sure why that's kind of getting glossed over at all. And you would think that people would we can combine a bunch of these debates around, like, and the conservatives can say, look, okay, we're going to cover mental health in Obamacare. Mental health is covered because we don't want to lose our gun rights. So let's not pass any new gun regulations right now, and let's start focusing on mental health and subsidizing mental health. And I bet a lot of gun owners would say that they were willing to pay maybe like a 2% mental health tax or something on bullets or guns or something like that. I mean, I'm sure if you've put something in there that said, 2% of the money from this, from getting permits, from getting training, from getting anything having to do with guns, I bet a lot of people would say, okay, all right, I'm willing to pay a little bit more to ensure that my rights are protected. The fact that it's a right should be protection enough, but apparently it isn't. And I could be wrong about that. I as a gun owner would be willing to pay a little bit more for people to get help that they needed to prevent more movie theater shootings or Virginia Tech shootings, things like that. Once again, that could just be me. But the conservatives and liberals, for some reason, everything is so divided right now. I'm a registered Democrat. I'm a gun owner and a registered Democrat. I know it seems to contradict each other, but there's a lot in the ideology of a Democrat that I agree with. There's a lot in the Republican ideology that I agree with, such as guns. Actually, that might be the only thing, and that may just be because I grew up in Montana with a father who was in special forces, so that might be completely unrelated. But the conservatives, what I do is none of the government's business. They don't need to regulate my life. And yet, they want to regulate my uterus. A lot. A lot. Really. I get not wanting to fund my sex life, whatever guy. I'm not even going to say your name because you're irrelevant to me. Your arguments are stupid. It seems to me that each side is making the exact same arguments. They're just changing the nouns. That's it. That's all they're changing is the nouns. It's my business. What I do is what I do. Oh, except for that. Then, no, that is all my business. And really it comes down to the Constitution. It's not perfect. It isn't. But it's the best we have. It's all we have. I'm not opposed to gun control on a whole. I think it needs to be a constitutional amendment. I am concerned with it, though. I'm not going to lie. I don't watch NASCAR because I can watch my son take cars around the carpet in circles all day long. I don't need to watch it on TV or in real life with the fumes and stuff. But prohibition led to NASCAR, so I'm concerned as to what a gun prohibition would do. And I understand that nobody's actually advocating like take away all the guns. Like I get that. It's being facetious. The technology is like Pandora's box. It's there. It's already there. You can't put it back in. I'm in this weapons of mass destruction class right now for my major. I'm a political science major. I graduate in a few months. And in my essay today, I was talking about dual-use technology and how things can be used for good and evil. And that's absolutely everything. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be used for good or for evil. A great example of this, by the way, is it was in the 80s. It's a movie called The Gods Must Be Crazy, and it's about a Coke bottle that a tribe in Africa thinks is from the gods, and that was sent down from the gods, and then it starts this huge kind of divide within the tribe, and they have to send it to the end of the earth. It's very good, very funny. Little tidbit from that movie, rhinoceroses like to put out fires. No, little spoiler alert, but it's a nice little add into the movie. It seems to me that once the technology is here, you're not going to get rid of it. So we have to start looking at ways to prevent the end result. And the end result that we want is no more needless deaths and murders. Regulating guns isn't going to make that happen because you can kill people lots of different ways. I mean, really, The Walking Dead, how many ways are they killing zombies? And really taking anybody's head out is going to kill a live person too. It's not limited to zombies. So now that I've made that completely irrelevant point known, I'm going to kind of move on. We need to talk about mental health. The gun control issue is not about guns, and it's not about anything along those lines. It's about mental health. We need to help people. We need better things in place. We need due process. Before we start taking away people's rights, constitutional rights, we need due process. And maybe we need an amendment that applies the constitutional amendments that refer to the criminal process. Maybe we need one that says all of those also apply to the mentally ill. And then we get them the help that we need and move on to the next issue, which there are many. I'm going to do quite a few videos about various issues. Depending on the order you watch them, you may have already seen a couple of my issues in my opinion. And if you've made it 9 minutes into the video at this point, congratulations listening to my rambling. I'm hoping that as they get better, or as I get better at this, the videos will make a lot more sense. I'm going to wrap it up for now though. I'll probably do some more soon because I'm bored a lot and I like to talk about these kinds of things and nobody can interrupt me when I'm on here. So feel free to leave comments, feel free to disagree with me as long as it's not threatening. I won't worry about any of the comments. Feel free to have your own dialogue. I'm a huge advocate of the First Amendment. That's going to actually be a video, just the whole First Amendment. Maybe I'll break it up into like 4 videos, but you know, whatever. Thanks for watching this long and have a good day.